Hi everyone, it's yet another day, and we're here to get down to the business of the day, which is studying English with Teacher John. So, today, without wasting any much of our time, we have to quickly go over to the workboard section. We've got to talk about some verb tenses. Okay, so let's quickly go take a look. So, here we are, present simple, from positive, question, and negative. Okay, so this question, sometimes we call interrogative. And this is affirmative. Our positive form sometimes is called affirmative. So that means positive. This is our negative side. But first of all, it's always we've got our pronouns to deal with. I, you, we, they, he, she, it. You see the way they're separated. You see, majorly here we've got I am, you are, we are, they are. Here is he is, she is, it is. Okay, we are talking about our verb be. How it becomes, but now we are looking at simple present, or present simple rather. So here we use all these pronouns with our verbs. That's what you see in every sentence. It's either the sentence is a question, or it's a negative sentence, or it's a positive sentence. And in every sentence you must have what? Your pronoun. They will not write I, you, we, they, he, she, it in the sentence. But when you look at the first set of the sentence, that's going to give you an idea of what you can always change whatever is the subject to any of these pronouns. Okay? So, with that said, let's look at what the example they've given us here. So, we're using work as an example here. It could be any verb. It could be teach, it could be jump, it could be any verb. So, but you cannot use all the verbs at once. So, you always have to use just one to tell you that in this column, what I'm supposed to have there is a verb. So, the first column is your subject pronouns. Okay? So, I work at Kamai Star International School. You work at, we work at, they work at. You see, the work, which is verb, comes without any s or es or ies. But when it goes to he, she, it, which we usually call the third person singular, you have he works, she works, it works. Did you see that? So now, if it is a question, you start the question with what? Do. Do I work at Kamai Star International School? Do you work at blah blah blah? Do we work? You can change the verb. Do we study English? Do we play in class? Well, by the time it changes to what? If it is question asking and we've got he, she, it, they'll have to use what? Does he work? And because it is a question, there is no need to add any s or es at the here after the verb. Does she work? Does it work at? Does it have four legs? Does she walk very fast? Okay, our negative sentence, I do not, you do not, we don't. This do not is also don't, we don't, do not and don't, same. So this is the contraction form, this is the when you write it in full. They do not or they don't work. He does not, she doesn't, or it doesn't work. Okay? Okay, let's go over to this one. We say There is only one form of you in English which is the same in singular and plural. I've explained this to you before. I could use you when I say I'm talking to you, Alice. I also say I'm talking to you, Popo, meaning the whole class. So we use same you when it's singular and when it's plural. So it depends on who is listening to you or whom you're talking to, or who is part of the dialogue. Then the person will be able to understand the you which you are referring to. Then again, they say note the endings with he, she, and it. In the verb, if the verb ends in ss or sh or ch or x, then you have to add what? Es. He finishes, because the verb ends in what? Sh. So when we want to form the plural part of the verb, we have to add what? Es. She watches television every night before she goes to bed. He finishes his homework after dinner every day. So now we're talking about the usage, when we use what? The present tense, present simple. Present simple we use for something which is permanently true. This is what we call, if something is a fact, that means that thing is going to be true for a longer period of time. I come from France. If you come from France, that means it's a fact. You're a native of France as a country. Okay? He doesn't speak Spanish, because that is true. If someone who doesn't speak Spanish, I mean, you cannot speak it, you cannot speak it. We are talking about truth. We live in London. If you live in London, yeah, then it's true. Then I can give you a typical example with myself. I say, I am a teacher. That is true. So it is a fact. It is going to be permanently true for a longer period of time. Okay? I can also say, I am not a Cambodian, which is also true, because I'm not a Cambodian. I can also say, I live in Siem Reap, which is true, because I'm living here temporarily, not that because I'm from Cambodia, no. But I live in Siem Reap, that is true. Okay? Then with that one, we talk about what? Permanently true statements. That's the first usage. Then the second usage is for what? For repeated actions or habits. We'll have to repeat something over and over again. A repeated action or habit. Actions or repeated habit. I get up at 6 o'clock every day. You see, repeated action. Now we use every day, always, sometimes, often, alright, never, seldom. Those ones we call what? Subject adverb of frequency. So what time do you leave work? So every day when you go to work, what time do you leave the office? Maybe 5 p.m., maybe 6, maybe 7. So every day you have, it becomes, a repeated activity or action. Every day that you go to work, you usually leave work by so time. Okay? Or every day I eat breakfast at 7. So every day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. That's the same. Okay? I don't see them often. I do not see them often. So this is what we call repeated actions or habits. Okay, we're going to practice with some of these. But before then, I'm going to take you over to a place where we have to learn how to add s or es or ies to our verbs. Let's go take a look. Yeah, we're here. So as you can see, say add s or es to the vowels. So we've got see, to see someone, you add s. Take, you add s. But when you have number 3, got what? Brush, it ends with sh. Brushes, you have to add what? Es. Kiss ended with double s. You've got to add es to make it kisses. Yeah, call, calls. I'm going to call you. I'm going to call you. Okay, number 5, number 6, give, gives. You just add S to it. Play, plays. You see, here when we've got a verb that ends with a Y, you see here, you have to look at the letter that comes before the Y. And in this case, we've got A as an alphabet. Okay, so A is a vowel. That is the reason why we added S at the back of Y, because the letter that comes before the Y is what? It's a vowel. So that is why we added S. But if it is not a vowel, if it is a consonant, we have to remove this Y and replace it with I. Then we add ES. That is exactly what happened here. Number 8, when we have study. And you see we have D before the Y. And D is a consonant. So we have to change the Y to I. And then we added what? ES. Becomes studies. Do you see that? When we say sometimes IES, but while we change the Y to I, then we add ES. So we also got a watch, which ends with CH. What do? We remove the C, we add ES instead. So help is a verb. Put helps, cat, cats, cry. See here again, we've got another one that ends with a Y, and here this time R is a consonant. So we have to change Y to I and add what? ES. Swim, swims. Wake, wakes. He wakes up at 7 a.m. every day. Teach, teaches. With ES, because when the verb ends in CH, you add ES. Lose, loses. Catch, catches. ES because of CH. Buy, you check again, you see U is a vowel. A, E, I, O, U. Because U is a vowel, we just add S. Same as in play. Don't mess with this. Okay? Try and get your head wrapped around this, because you're going to see them every now and then. And it's by knowing it, by listening to your teacher, by making sure you practice, you do your homework, then for sure you're going to be good. So pass, double S, passes. Come, comes. Fight, fights. Water, waters. Choose, chooses. Fly, flies. See here, we've got Y again. But because L is what? A consonant, we replace Y with I and add ES. It becomes flies. Marches. Carry, carries. You see, another R again. I'm going to test you on this one to make sure, we're on the same page. Alright? So I'm going to let you do some exercise later, but for now, I think I'm going to end it here. Okay, let's practice a little bit. Rewrite each sentence as a positive or negative sentence or a question according to the instructions. I visit my parents often, very often. Negative, change to negative. That means you say, I don't visit my parents very often. Does he go to school every day? Change to positive. This one is a question. He goes to school every day. If it is a question, you start with does he go to school every day? Because it's a question, our verb is in the base form. Does he go, not does he goes. No. Nah. She comes from Germany. Change this one to question. Because it's she, you start with does she come. Our verb is, there is no S. But you see the question, she comes from Germany. This is a positive sentence. That is why we use the word comes. But when we change to question or negative, the verb is always in the base form. So you say, does she come from Germany? Okay? So when you're done, okay, we're going to try this one from 4. She goes to work by car. Then change to question. Does she go to work by car? We watch television every night. Change to negative. We don't watch television every night. He doesn't walk to work every day. Positive. He change to what? Positive sentence. He